Hello from Chicago. I am Kim Brown here with Jason Sachs, one of our alumni out here in Chicago, who is working as Executive Director for the Chicago chapter of Positive Coaching Alliance.
Correct.
Jason, what does that mean? What do you do every day?
Well, that's a great question. It changes from day to day. Positive Coaching Alliance is a national nonprofit. Started out at Stanford University about 13 years ago, and our mission is to transform the culture of youth and high school sports so that all kids have a positive character-building experience. We partner with youth sports organizations in high schools and do training for coaches, parents, student-athletes, basically making sure that sports isn't just about winning and losing, but it's more about character education and life lessons. So I've been with the company for 6 years. The last 2 years, I've been our executive director for the Chicago chapter. So we only have 2 full-time staff members here, so that means I'm doing a lot, whether it's fundraising, working with our local board of directors, planning any events that we have, different program management, and then all the, managing of budgets, forecasting, things like that. So it also gives me the opportunity to manage our website and our social media and write press releases.
Man with many caps he is, my goodness.
So it works out well because I've always had a lot of different interests. This job allows me to do a lot of things.
So rewind for me back to SU. Your majors were, what did you study? Was this what you thought you'd be doing?
Definitely not.
Okay.
So I was a broadcast journalism major. Wrote for the Daily Orange for 1 year and then switched over to WAR. So I was on the radio, got to do the games for 2 years. And 2003 was when we won the national championship. So it was a good time,
to be there.
Got to go down to New Orleans for that. So after school, stayed in TV, worked in sports production in New York City for about a year, doing events like the US Open, NBA All-Star Games, some holiday ice skating shows on NBC, pretty much ran the gamut, New York City Marathon. All the production side, I really liked it, but I also wanted to get more background in the sports management world and stuff like that. So went back to school at NYU, got my master's in sports management, ended up coaching basketball there because I always enjoyed the coaching side of things. Worked for the Knicks for a little bit, and then basically was just looking for a job after all that, and came across Positive Coaching Alliance, and they were looking to expand to the East Coast a little bit. So got started 6 years ago with them, and never thought it would turn into 3 different positions and different locations, but it's worked out well.
So I know there's a lot of Syracuse in your family, correct?
Yes,
Lots of the lineage is.
I am the youngest of 3. All 3 of us went to Syracuse, but I was the first one that wanted to go, even though I was the youngest. So, but we all had different experiences, different schools, and we just loved Syracuse. So it's been a great opportunity for me to stay involved with the school. My brother's heavily involved with sister, all of us have kept up the Orange Roots.
How has that, the Orange Roots, the whole Syracuse family dynamic played into your career, networking, who you've met, that Syracuse name when you travel? Just kind of talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, Syracuse has always been, it was only the only school I applied to, so it's always been something that I've been passionate about. So the opportunity where Syracuse wanted to build up what's going on in Chicago, and even though I'm not from here, I've been here the last 3 years, and while I was on campus, I was involved with, U100 and Peer Advisor and stuff like that. So I've always wanted to get involved and have the opportunity to meet other people that share similar interests and things like that. So it's a great opportunity to stay involved with the school. A lot of my best friends I met at college, and I enjoy the, staying up to date with what, fellow graduates and fellow alum are doing. And, always proud to share the Orange. So.
Last question. Piece of advice for students who are sitting, whether they're broadcast journalism majors or not, if they wanted to get into what you do, so working in this realm with athletes or with coaches or kind of doing this Positive Coaching Alliance type work, what would you say? Like, what do you think makes you successful at what you do?
I mean, I think it's similar to, if you're starting out in broadcast journalism, how, a lot of times you need to go to the middle of nowhere, and sometimes sort of just get your feet wet doing anything. The sports management, sports business field has really blown up, especially in the last, let's say, 8 years, even since I've been in grad school. But there's so many new opportunities with social media and blogs and things like that. So, I mean, it's the experience and the network, I think, are the 2 most important things. So, do as much as you can in school. Syracuse obviously has some great opportunities for kids to get involved with. But then in the summers, take advantage of, internships and things like that. And, remember who you meet along the way. I think that's one of the most important things is there's a great network of people out there, both Syracuse and outside of Syracuse, that are willing to help if you're genuine and you stay in touch and you're not just sort of calling them when you need something. So I would just say to make the most out of every opportunity that you have.
Jason Sachs bleeds orange, has the orange buttons on his shirt today to prove that bleeding of orange. I know you'll always be here for students who are reaching out, wanting to live and make Chicago their home. So thanks, Jason, very much for sharing your story. I appreciate it.